How to use the Canon T7i to record video. It is a DSLR, so it's designed to record still photographs. However, it does record fantastic video. As with any video, we need to set our white balance, we need to establish our audio levels, and our exposure. First things first, we're going to want to put a battery and our card in the camera. The battery goes into the little door at the bottom. It will only go in one way and will slide in easily. If it does not slide in easily, then try it the other way. The same for the card. In any sort of this stuff, don't force it. Everything should go in easily. If it does not, try it the other direction. So we take our card, I just slide it in. Now, we're going to want to turn this dial to the green A. And we're going to flip that to on. Now we're going to go to menu. And we're going to go all the way over till we get to the little yellow icon that looks like a wrench. And we're going to go down to format card. Make sure there is nothing on your card that you're going to want to lose. Because when we do this, it blanks the card and it will say, all data will be lost. Yes. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, our card is formatted. So let's go out of menu. If we're in the A and in the on position, we set our white balance. We have already determined that our main source of light is daylight in this situation, and this piece of white paper is in our light source. So we're going to take the camera in automatic and we're just going to show it what the color white is. And we're going to take a picture of white. The on position is for photo mode. Once we take our photo for our white balance, we need to set our camera into video mode so we can access the video menu. We're going to put this over to M. Then we're going to flip this up to the camera, to the video setting. Now we're going to go to menu. And we're going to move over to the red camera setting, and we're going to go over to the third page on white balance, where it says custom white balance. Oh, wait, go back. That is the photograph we just took of this piece of paper, and we're going to say, yes, use this image. And now it has taken the color of this white, and it has told the camera everything else will be this color. And we go to white balance, and we are going to set it to custom. That's it for white balance. Now that we've set our white balance, we need to think about our audio. We can do better than the camera's built-in microphone. We can use almost any microphone we want, but if we use a microphone that has an XLR, we need an adapter that takes us to a 3.5 millimeter plug. Some microphones, such as our Rode shotgun mics, already adapted with a 3.5 millimeter plug. If we're using these type of Shure or Rode or Shure shotgun microphones, they just slide into the flash shoe and just tighten it down finger tight. It's not going to the moon. You just don't want it to bounce around. Now you have a little trap door on the side of the camera over here. There are two endpoints. One says mic. You just want to plug that in. And now that our mic is connected, we need to set our audio levels. We do that in the menu. Sound recording, manual. We can set our audio levels by turning them up, or we can turn them down with the slider. We can also do it via the slider here, but I find it easier with my thumbs to do it this way. So once we have our audios, remember we want it just kind of bouncing into the just above 12 and 18, so that looks like it's pretty good. We're going to set. We're going to go back to the menu. And now we are ready to record both audio and video with the correct light and the correct audio settings. And that leaves us with adjusting the exposure. We can do that in three ways: adjusting the shutter speed, the aperture, or the gain. And to do that, we need to exit out of the menu. We hit the menu to exit, and it takes us into our main shooting mode. If you notice down here, we have three little boxes. We have a 60, a 5.6, and we have a ISO 160. That is our shutter speed. That is our aperture, and that is our ISO or our gain. Remember, up here, it shows us our frame rate is at 30 frames per second, so we don't want to go below 60. We adjust our aperture in several different ways. We can adjust all of it through this little rolling knob. If we go to our shutter speed, we can push the button and it brings up this nice little dial. And we can adjust our shutter speed all the way up to a 4,000th of a second. It's pretty dark and it's a little too much. Remember, we're at 30 frames a second, we need to be at 60th of a second shutter speed. We can now either touch that 5.6, that's our f-stop. We can adjust our aperture. I typically only adjust my shutter speed in order to adjust my aperture so that I can make it brighter for depth of field. ISO, well, let's exit out of that. ISO, remember that's our gain. If we gain up really high, it gets really grainy. The lower we go, the clearer our image gets, but the darker it gets. And very important, that is your record button. And now you know how to use the Canon T7i for video. So go use the Canon T7i for video.